What's up, Juventini? Welcome back to the AJ's here channel dedicated to Juventus. It is time to get ready for Udinese and Juve, the next game on deck for us. Hey, we talked about it in the preview show. This is a must win. Juve has to come out with the 3 points in this one, all right? And I asked you all, how you feeling? Feeling good or what? Honey coming in here, Forza Juve, but feeling nervous. You know what? That is normal for what we've been through. And like I said, for me, you guys know me, I'm usually always up here with this team. But right now, I'm just status quo. I'm going to wait for them to show me what they got. I want to see which Juventus shows up today. Hopefully, it's the one that had us super optimistic at the start of the season. So let's get it going and let's get it right today, okay? Let's go. We're winning this. Let's go. Let's get the job done. We need the 3 points here. Must win from Michael Ellesmere. Let's go. Ciao, ciao, Patrice, Alex P. Let's get it already. With no Danilo, I feel confident. There you go. Hopefully, it all boils down to that, all right? But we know collectively they need to pick it up. But it is a good start. I will agree. Just getting it right with what was better at the back, okay? In terms of the entire starting lineup, everybody, let's go through it. I'll pull it up right here. So there is your starting 11 for Udinese Juventus. You've got Di Gregorio, Savona, Gatti, Kalulu, Cambiaso, Locatelli, and with the armband today. Okay, so Motta really mixing it up with the captaincy on this squad, and we'll talk about that in a little bit here. Kefren Taram, Weah, Cope Miners in from the start. Gotta make an impact. Okay, it's time for our big guys to shine. I think he's been fine in all his appearances. I think before the injury, he was making steady progress, getting better and better and better. We need a big one from Cope Miners today. We need a serious influence there. Kenan Yildiz, I don't care where this guy is on the pitch. I believe he has the ability to impact matches. We need to see it. Vlahovic, let's get him in opportunities where he could do some damage, all right? You got to limit the shortcomings that are there, maximize the strength. So let's see what we can make happen. Hey, there's no room for excuses here. We need the 3 points. So let's go. In terms of the midfield, Cope Miners, Locatelli, Thuram. We got too much muscle in there from Alex P. I'll say this. If Locatelli and Thuram are going to kind of pivot up with Cope Miners ahead, I'm fine with it. Because Cope Miners, he's an attack-minded midfield. He could play anywhere in the midfield. I don't necessarily put this in the too much muscle category. I think I'm okay with it if it's two-man pivot. If you want to go too advanced, I'd agree with you and say I'd pick a different profile, all right? But let's... Excuse me. Now, what do we got? Locatelli, in my opinion, should be the captain. Okay, captaincy. So we've seen Gatti, Danilo, Cambiaso. Now it goes to Locatelli. I'm going to say this. Maybe, just maybe, Motta is waiting to see who kind of takes it and runs with it. But if that were the case, I don't think Gatti put in a bad shift until the Parma match recently. And then it kind of, oddly enough, right around when he wasn't getting the ban and then got sat down for a bit, things kind of started to get questionable there. He wasn't called in for certain substitution roles in a Champions League game. We went with Ruhi, and it's been backfiring. So weird things there, but maybe that's what Motta's doing. I'm not sure. I'm fine with Locatelli getting the captain's armband. I think based on everything we've seen out of the midfield right now, Locatelli should be starting right now. With Alex P's comment about too much muscle there, I can see it if you're not going two-man pivot. But let's see how this one plays out. Thoughts on Conceição. So, I just saw that. Thoughts on Conceição not being in the starting 11. All I'm going to say is I laid it out on the preview show this morning, and it was, again, all I'm going to say is I would have played our absolute best. And for me, Conceição is that. Weah is in good form, but The consistency has never been really his thing to bank on. I would go all out in this game, get your 3 points, and then look at Champions League. Maybe you have to alter your training methods on the backside of this game to accommodate for the midweek match. But this one has to be 3 points. Make no mistake about it, everybody. We've got to get the win here. So I would have played him. I would have played Cabal, and I would have kept Cambiasso on the right side where I think he is better. He had a brutal first half against Parma, cleaned it up second half. But again, these inconsistencies, the steadiness, there's a lot of shifting, left, back, right wing. We got to get consistency in there if we're going to ask consistency from the team. So it's everything. It's players and it's Malta. We gotta sort it out, all right? Big shout out to Dragons 8 gifting an AJC membership. Reminder to all of you who are members, if you're not in the private chat and want to get in there, reach out to us. We will plug you in, all right? Have a lot of fun in there, talking football, talking life, talking Juve, of course. But we want to see you in there. Big shout out there, okay? Not having a regular captain is one more thing the team will be thinking about week in, week out. This kind of plays into exactly what I was getting at when it comes into consistency. It's everything. Let's get some familiarity and build off something. You see something good, let's go with it. So it's hard for me to disagree and say that it's maybe not creating a bit of a mix-up, And I'm not sure on what the call is. I'm not sure if he's trying to... I'm not really sure what he's trying to do. Wait for somebody to take the reins as captain. I don't know. I would love to see it just continue. I'd love to see him just get something going and build off that. A lot has been changing in short periods of time. We've been saying for a while, you're getting a lot of surprises in his lineups. Today, I don't think there is any surprises. And even though I said play your best 11, make sure you get the 3 points today, I don't think there's any surprises of what we expect. Maybe we do have a sight line on the next game. And like I stated today, that's wrong. And we have not been playing well enough to be looking past anybody. I don't care who the team is. I don't care if it's Venezia. I don't care. We have not been playing consistently well enough to be looking past anybody. Today, we need to get off this trend of brutal first half, Start the game on time, okay? From first whistle to last whistle, I want to see determination and focus out of everybody that's on the pitch, okay? Way too slow and too lax getting into the game. Gotta ramp it up, okay? And you guys know where I stand. Predictions? Hey, I'm off it now because I'm right here. I'm level. I let EAFC 25 simulation run my prediction. 1-0, Colt Miners with the goal, 89th minute. But you know the drill. Hit me with your predictions in the chat right now. I want to see where you're all at. Joe, Cappuccino, and Omer today went with 2-1 score lines. The exact same ones. We saw what Omer felt. Omer's still optimistic about the team. He's not really worried about anything. So is Anthony. Skanga was giving me the gears yesterday saying, nothing to worry about so early. Okay. Hey, hopefully, just start giving me 3 points. Start giving me 3 points. Then I won't get worried, okay? So let's go. Juve Cornercast 1-2 Juve win. Vlahovic and Colt Miners for the winner. Justin B, a 2-0 with an early PK. Hey, we'll talk about the ref here. He's got almost a 50% chance, according to his history in Serie A matches officiated, that there's going to be a PK in this one. Completely agree, Alex B. Completely agree, brother. Seeing the lineup, I changed my mind. 2-1 Juve. Okay. Doing what I'm doing, taking a break from predictions. There you go. You're on the EAFC 25 train with me. Joaquin coming in here. 3-1 Juve win. Early goal for Juve. Let's go. Alberto, let's enjoy win. No predictions from me. They're bad luck. Hey, shut it down if that's what we have to do. And Giuseppe immediately changing his mind and firing out a 2-0. There you go. I love it. I love it. Alex P, we are on the doorstep of having the season. and we're a mess. Definitely things to work. I think like it's being in the middle, and this is what I was trying to portray today. Sometimes when you have these concerns, you're seeing like everything I said today could easily be transmitted, twisted, and turned into I'm saying we got to make drastic changes, or I don't believe in this project or anything like that. That's not the case. All I'm saying is what we've been seeing needs to tidy up. My frustrations are that what I've been seeing that needs to be tidied up is not one match. We're rolling on 4 matches where it's got to get cleaned up. You know, 1 game, okay, I'll let it slide. 2 games, okay, little tweaking. 3 games, 4 games in a row? No, we got a problem. We got a problem. This is not Bologna, everybody. This is Juventus. I've already just read a news blurb about them finishing with 68 points yesterday. If you're going to finish with 68 points with Juventus this season, and we're not looking at top 4, we have a major issue. So again, we're a far cry from that. But where we sit right now, there's little room for error. The month of November, the Serie A matches, we need a minimum of 7 points out of the 3 games. Udinese, Torino, and Milan. It starts today. Cannot lose any of them. Maybe you can get away with 1 draw. 9 would be sublime, but you got to get 7. And it starts today. The feed has gone to the game. We're very close to kickoff, everybody. Get ready, and get those likes up. Now, Juve Cornercast would like to join the chat. Got to be an AJC member, brother. So, yes, anyone that is in our memberships, that is how you get into the private chat, and that is how you run members-only shows. All of our members, we let them do whatever the hell they want. We'll run shows, and actually, we have one coming up next week where one of our members will actually be interviewing me, putting me on the hot seat. I have no idea what questions he's got prepared. I look forward to this one. I think it's going to be fun. We look at the teams getting ready for action here. Again, I will pop up your lineup. Starting 11. There you go, everybody. There you go. And again, for anyone that hasn't made their predictions, fire them in right now. Altman coming in here. 1-0 Juventus. Cortomuso. Some things never die. Some things never die. Maybe it's Cortomuso. I'll be honest with you. I don't care how you win. But you got to win this one. You got to win this one. Keep in mind, everybody. Udinese at home in the league this season. 5 matches, 4 wins, 1 defeat. They are strong at home. We cannot afford that trend that I despise, which is not starting the game on time. They're going to be fired up. They're going to be ready, and we need to be ready too. I will give you the home team starting lineup very quickly here. You got to love when you get the text from your dad as he's watching your watch along and the game getting ready. And I'm like, Pops, you are interfering right now, all right? We'll talk soon, okay? I'll see you this evening. We'll get him on some post-match thoughts too. Some videos. The home side, Udinese, Okoi, all right, in goal. Gianetti, Biol, Cabasel, 3 center backs. Ezebui on the right side, Lovric, Karlstrom, Bayero, and Zemura round out the midfield 5. Davis and Toven up top for them, okay? So we do see a 3-5-2 that could very, very quickly turn in to that wall, that defensive wall. And right now, speaking about this Juventus side, again, do we have to open up completely? Do we have to open up completely and make ourselves so suspect at the back in order to generate these goals that we've been generating over the past couple games? I don't think we have to do that. You got to balance it out. You still got to have the solidity at the back, but still be able to hurt teams up front. I don't think we need to go extreme in either direction, defensively or attacking. We have to find the perfect balance. And so far, that is what has eluded us. Okay? So, let's see if we can bring it today. This match is very close to kickoff, everybody. Very, very close. Few minutes away from kickoff as we look at the traveling Juventus fans. And I'll be honest, they look a little nervous. They look a little nervous. Jerry B. Nasty, though, coming in here hot. Game time. Like the lineup. 3-0. From your lips to the football gods, brother. Make it happen. Make it happen. Let's go. We need to start managing games. Can't go all out every game. I agree. I agree. Now, where the breakdown is in the managing the games, while Motta will say they need to as a team collectively, he is a part of that as well. I think there's been some unbalance in the lineups so far. This particular one for me, it's not that bad. Like I said, if you go 2 pivot, Locatelli, Thuram, you got Cope Miners ahead. Across the back, I would have preferred Cambiasso on the right, Cabal on the left. I think we need to maintain the influence from the fullback positions on both sides evenly. But this is a balanced lineup. It is a balanced lineup. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Wing of Winter coming in here with the 2-0 Juventus call. Let's go. Let's go. Teams are in the tunnel, getting ready to come out. I'm ready. I'm fired up. We got the 90s Ski Lodge jackets we're coming out too. Love it. At first, I wasn't big on the 2 colors there, but you know what? It's growing on me. It's not bad. But the ones they dropped today, the originals, old, retro, with the white. And funny enough, I think the only place that dropped it is Adidas in the US. Maybe Adidas overseas has done it too, but I know Adidas in Canada didn't even drop them, but they have the 3rd retro originals that are like an ivory with black trim on them. They look sharp. Sharp tracksuits. Now this official. Rosario Abiso, 104 appearances in Serie A as an official. 4.7 yellows per game, 26 red cards in those 104 appearances, 46 penos dished. Woo! See what happens. See what happens. You and I are on the same page, Mark. We're on the same page, brother. I want to see Juve starts playing from the first minute and not only the last 10 minutes. The opening to matches has been poor from Juve. Definitely a day late, a buck short in first half for as long as I can remember right now during this stretch that I've been bitching about it. Can't have it today. Let's go. Swarit. Hello. Hello, my friend. Happy to see you here. Hopefully, we could share victory together today. Forza Juve Dragons. He's coming in at halftime. We'll see you then. We'll see you then. The anthem's done. Time to get the handshakes out of the way and then take care of business. Again, your capitano today is Manuel Locatelli. Di Gregorio in goal. Savona, Gatti, Kalulu, Cambiasso across the back. Locatelli, Thuram as your pivots. Oya, Cope Miners, Yildiz, the 3 just ahead of the pivot with Vlahovic up top. Now, should be stated, Motta in his presser ahead of this game. Choice words about Dusan Vlahovic, simply just stating the fact, no matter how many touches, he needs to be decisive for this team. And that is about as blunt as you can be from a manager around Dusan. So, let's go. And there you go. Let's get those thumbs up in there and that'll spark the victory. Let's go. Let's go. Maximum number of likes propels us to victory. Let's go. Locatelli and Tovan, captains. All right. Ramiro coming in here. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Let's go. And Suarez, don't worry, my friend. I told you. Told all of you. Those things are like RKOs. They're always loaded. Always ready. Never know when that next one's coming. Need a convincing W before the Lille game. I'm going to be quite honest with you. The Lille game is well out of my mind right now. All right? Well out of my mind right now. Udinese in front of us. Get the victory. I don't even think it needs to be convincing. We just need 3 points. 3 points at all costs. And we move. Getting ready for this whistle. And there we go. We're off, everybody. We got kickoff. Udinese begins with possession. Thuram with a header forward. Vlahovic flicking one on to Cope Miners. He tried another flick there. Getting getting under there on Yildiz. He lands hard on the ground there. That was Ezibui. Easy there, boy. It's a hard landing there for Yildiz. Motta not happy about it, letting the sideline official know. And Motta, make no mistake about it, he's feeling the heat. 4-6 is great at Bologna. 4-6 with 4 draws at home, only 2 wins out of 6 at home in Juventus is a different ball game. That's a different ball game. He's finding out. Here we go. Well won here. Oh, Cambiasso just couldn't keep it going. Thuram wins it nice. Makes a couple moves in the area. To his left foot. Oh, slid it to Vlahovic just out of his reach. It does fall in the keeper's hands. Positive pressure to start the game from Juventus. If he could just settle that, Vlahovic would have been able to get a shot there. Good pressure, from Cambiasso and Thuram. Kalulu stepping in there. But Udinese coming away with this one. Trying to make a move there through everybody was Davis. Thuram is down now. Clenching at his ankle. Little bit of a cagey start there. I believe that was Lovric. Yeah. Stomping on the top of his foot where the ankle meets. That was Davis, actually, as he was dribbling through there. Cagey start. Rosario Abisa has a healthy number, healthy average. Just shy of 5 yellows per game. You got to think there's a couple warnings out there already. Cambiasso back over to Gatti. Over to Savona. Switch this damn field, you guys. You don't have to go around the horn. Come on. Kalulu over to Cambiasso. Now back to Di Gregorio. To Kalulu. Got to get the legs going here, lads. Come on. Nothing for options. And Kalulu's forced to just send it forward. It's headed down. Now Locatelli cleans it up, switching it over to Savona. Heads up play there. Savona slows it right down. Back to Gatti. And we've seen teams do exactly what Udinese has done here, and that's 4 flat across the top. And then it gives those guys at the back way too hard a time to try and break lines to try and get this ball forward. And there you go, Savona now skipping Gatti, going to Kalulu. That's what you got to do. You got to move that ball. When you're going laterally, it's got to be quick. It can't be slow. Now Udinese is going to try to press on a counter here. Ball's won back, but Weah missing Vlahovic. Great pressure from Colt Miners. That was a great read. The dribble got away from him. One of the elements you get from Colt Miners is his reads in the press and pressure. He's great at that and sniffing out where that pass is going to come and reading it. He just gave us possession further up in Udinese's field here, and now we got to do something with this possession as we got him backed up into their own half. Gatti, a crossover for Colt Miners, who's hugging that right flank. Inside for Luca, now played forward for Savona. And now Savona, this is a great ball to Ram! Oh my god, that's much better. That's good play from Juve though. Good play from Juve, but Kefren. That's got to be on target, brother. Got to be on target. I know it's bouncing. It's got heat on it. You got to find a way to get over that. You don't need power. You just need to place that on goal. Somewhere on goal, but that's positive. That's positive. Keep it going. Keep it going. That would have been big for Juve. Get that first one, especially 5 minutes in. Aerial battle there between Davis and Gatti. Davis coming away the better. Tovan pressing here, but Locatelli staying with him the whole way, forcing him back. Ezeboy to Tovan. Still being watched. Great work from Locatelli. Draws the foul. We get advantage. We carry it out. Here's Thuram. Now flips it in for Vlahovic. And Vlahovic plays it over to Weah. We can run at them here. Savona with the overlap. Inside for Colt Miners. Now looking for Yildiz. He's got space. Come on. In for Cambiasso. Oh, right at goal there. Wanted a cross for one of our guys to get a chance at Cambiasso. Drills it hard at right at Okoi. I thought Yildiz would drive this one in there, but he decides to pull up. Send that one in for Cambiasso. He just couldn't send it in to the mixer on an angle. Positive start here from Juve. Very positive start from Juventus. And here's Davis again flicking this one on. Gatti had dropped off and now he's easily going to collect this one. Juve starting with some good possession here. Good ball movement. Good tempo. And has gotten the ball into a couple of good scenarios already. Kefren Thuram with a very good opportunity. Kalulu. Over to Cambiasso. It's going to go over to Gatti. Savona's got a lot of room on the right there. And Gatti plays this one. He's got to move backwards to collect it. God, that's lazy. Di Gregorio now. Risky business there, but does find Gatti. Now inside, Locatelli. And Locatelli driving this one out to Yildiz. He's got a touch, holds it, trying to send it back for Thuram, but they actually get called on the offside. Or I actually think it went over the line, one of the two. Offside position. 7 minutes, 34 seconds, 0-0. Juve with a good start. Good start. And this one's chewed up by Cambiasso. Played quickly inside to Yildiz. Oh, that's a great run from Colt Miners, but Yildiz just couldn't get himself in a position to deliver that ball. But Colt Miners was gone. And Locatelli now going to switch it up. Kalulu. He's got Cambiasso to his left. Possession still with Juventus. Cambiasso into Locatelli. Back to Kalulu. Over to Gatti. See, every now and again, you got to keep them honest. Get it to Gatti or Kalulu and stretch them. Send one of the wingers down the line and send the ball. Send an aerial through ball and just try and latch onto it that way, trying to at least put us in a position to put pressure on them. Like, mix it up a bit. Kalulu. Over to Gatti. Over to Savona. Co-Miners has dropped way back here on the right flank to collect from Savona. Now it's back to Savona and back to Di Gregorio. Di Gregorio now out to Co-Miners, who's still hugging that right flank as he came back to collect. He's going to try and pull some strings here. Just slots it over to Kalulu. Kalulu now finding Cambiasso, who was sliding forward. Into Taram. Taram's got to be quicker. Got to be quicker. He's back on the ball now. And here's a little through ball. Oh, didn't miss Cambiasso's run by much. There you go. Like I said, mix it up a bit. Keep them honest. But it's wild that Cambiasso is the one making that run. Let's get some of our wingers going. Weah's got tremendous pace. If you try to do that from further back, if they're going to try to keep you on there, send one down in those 1v1s for Weah, even Yildiz. Try to win some of those. Good battling there, and Yildiz comes away with it. Drops it back to Locatelli. Now out to Savona on the right. He has a little bit of space. Carries it over the halfway line. Now out to Weah right on that right byline. Cutting in. Stops again. Now over to Savona. Back inside to Weah. Scanning. Over to Locatelli. Locatelli. Into Weah. Locatelli now. Over to Kalulu. Cambiasso has moved well forward on that left sideline. Kalulu feints. Drops it back to Gatti. Now back to Locatelli. Up ahead for Savona. Back to Locatelli. Over to Weah. He's going to try to take these guys on. Oh, that's a good cross in, but Okoye can come out and collect rather comfortably. All right, 11 minutes, 24 seconds in, 0-0. We need a goal. Want to get the jump on teams. Battling there from Davis. He's proven to be a little bit of a handful there. Di Gregorio comes out, collects. Now quickly rolls it out for Locatelli. Now out to Savona. A little bit of space to carry forward. Has to pull back. Back to Gatti. Kalulu waiting and waiting. Now to Cambiasso. Inside to Yildiz. Drops it back to Cambiasso. Lot of pressing there from Lovric. Pushes us all the way back to Gatti. Kalulu now. Into Cambiasso. He goes all the way back to Gatti. And like I said, Weah, he feinted at making that run as Gatti was carrying to that side and then pulled back. Those are the opportunities. You're coming out from an overloaded wing, moving to the other side of the pitch. That's where you take that shot. Dispossessed, Cambiasso does well to win it back. Vlahovic touches. Now we got Co-Miners. We're running at Udinese. Inside to Vlahovic. A little bit of too heavy a touch from Vlahovic. And now Udinese could try to run back as they got the exact same numbers. Tovan out to the right. Kalulu watching him. Cuts into his left. Shots blocked by Kalulu. Well done. And now Weah will collect on the right. And there you go. Gatti out to Cambiasso. 5 across the back for Udinese, like I said. There you go. 5 across the back is what we're going to get, what we're going to see. And we know how that goes. Got to get that ball in deep and then send some dangerous balls. Look for a trailing run. Funny enough, exactly how we did on the Kefren Turam opportunity 5 minutes in. Kalulu to Turam. Slid it forward for Cambiasso here. Oh, he does well there. He's running at him. Oh my God, and just a lazy pass to Co-Miners, and he was waiting for Vlahovic to make a distinctive run. He can't hit you on that space. You got to know where to go. Here's Weah. Working on left, dropping it back for Cope. Got to get this guy in spots to shoot. Got to get Co-Miners in spots to shoot. Now he's pushing the line up top, close to Vlahovic. Kalulu feints going out to Yildiz. Back to Gatti. Out to Savona. And he just sends a cross in here. It does go back post. Ezebui misses it. Yildiz will collect. He could turn and take it back on them. He is. Oh, tried to go short side and pull the trigger. It goes wide. Might have caught Okoye there if he hit target. Maybe. But pretty low percentage overall. Yeah, Okoye was there, well aware. Come on. Okoye sending this one. Yildiz doing battle with Ezebui there. Turam mixing it up in the middle there. Lovric does send it forward, but only as far to Gatti. Gatti's going to drive this ball forward from the back. Weah finally getting on his horse here a little bit. He can maybe take on his man. Gatti continues all the way into the area. Savona, that's a poor ball. Hitting the first man right ahead of him, trying to send in a cross. And Gatti's going to slowly, he's walking his way back. Kalulu over to Gatti, who's made his way back to his spot. Over to Savona. Cambiasso to Kalulu, swinging it outside for Savona. Way ahead of him, plays it to him. Into Locatelli, send it back out to Savona if he makes that overlap, which he did. Guys, when we make the good runs, we don't reward it. It's one step to make the plays and make the moves. The second is rewarding them. Read the game. This is grossly dominated possession by Juventus. 81%. Okay, at this moment. 3 opportunities for Juventus. I don't care who the team is. If you're rocking the ball like this, you gotta start poking and prodding at the defense and really testing. Let's go. And one of the things, a reason I wanted Cabal and Cambiasso out there is because I said you just need that attacking influence from the fullbacks as well. Cambiasso tries a flick on there off a Savona ball. It's intercepted, but we do collect. And now Co-Miners, he finds it. He's trying to swing this one out for Vlahovic. Heads it down. Collected by Cambiasso. Over to Turam. Inside for Locatelli. Now outside for Yildiz. Good little move. Inside for Taram. Oh, he skids his man. Yo, yes! Kefren Taram! Yes! Yes! There! There! Let's go! Yes! Taram! That is a nice team move. That is a very, very nice goal. If a team is going to give you 81% of the ball, okay, you need to poke and prod at the defense. Numbers forward against the wall. What did I say? Low block numbers forward. 6 players advanced for Juventus. Let's go. Let's go. Thuram. Probably going to count as an own goal, but he absolutely skins the D-man. Megs him. Left-footed slot. Post back. Off. Okoy's back and in. We're taking it, baby. 1-0. Good guys. Bravo. Well, team goal. Well worked team goal. Let's get those likes up, baby. Beauty. What a shame for Taram. It goes down as an end goal. Beautiful. Oh, they cough it up to us. Yildiz. Trying to take his man on. Ends up losing it. Udinese collects. Ezebui now trying to have this one forward. Great pressure from Kalulu. Taram trying to help back in defense. They're running at us. Ooh, we miss it. Hits Davis. Oh, big stop by Di Gregorio. Guys. Easy here. Easy. And I totally agree, Forza Juve. If you're facing the low block, I've always said it, numbers forward. Gotta get the numbers forward. But this one, this was Yildiz trying to take on his man early there, but there's no way, as we only had the forwards up, that we should have got caught so quick on that counter. Now it's a corner kick for Udinese. Tovan here. Takes this one in, swinger. Headed out. Cleared. And Udinese will collect. Ezebui at the half line. He's going to go all the way back to Okoye. And now Juve can regroup, take their shape again. Udinese now. Always hitting Davis. Always building off him. Got to get tight to him. Can't let him turn. Here's a cross in from Tovan. Dangerous. They do get called for a foul, though. Oh, my goodness. Di Gregorio going for the cross body block. Classic WWE move there. Pajeras is down. Nasty collision. It's 1-0 Juve, but immediately after this goal, Udinese poking and prodding, but Taram absolutely dummies his man there. Posting in and off the back. Great, great, great team move there from everyone. So Taram and Locatelli in the 1-2 to build up. Locatelli finding Yildiz. Taram making the move to the top of the area. And again, numbers. We kept that defense from being able to overload Yildiz or Taram because Colt Miners was up. Vlahovic was up. Weah was back post. Like, we had 6 guys up there. And if you're going against a low block, send bodies. Hey, birthday shout out. Birthday shout out, Tanti Aguri. Great seeing you in there. Let's get the victory. Let's get the victory. All right. The action resumes. Juve in possession. Cambiaso to Kalulu. Like I said, immediately after the goal, get a little bit of a push from Udinese. Up until that point, Juventus dominating possession. We're still dominating it at 76%. Kalulu to Locatelli. Oh, bad touch there. Davis collects. Plays it forward, but it's going to go out. And Juve will regroup on a throw-in. Kalulu getting pushed to that left sideline. Finding Vlahovic in. Tries a one-touch over. And it's lost. Thuram claiming there's a touch from a Udinese player. Trying to get it to be our throw-in. I don't think any... Yeah, we do get it. It is going to be Juventus throw. 1-0. 25 minutes, 30 seconds. Gatti over to Savona. Over to Di Gregorio. To Kalulu. Over to Cambiaso. Into Locatelli. And he can't keep that one in play. Trying to go up the line to Yildiz. Udinese will take the throw. Gatti. Chews that one up. Thuram takes it. Oh. Getting held back. Does finally call. It looks like there's confusion on the player's end because they're wondering if he's going to call it, if he's not calling it, what the play is. Might have waited a little bit too long there as Thuram was grabbed, held back. All right, Kalulu. Over to Savona, inside for Locatelli, and now he tries to go over the top for Weah. That's a good ball. Weah in stride. Oh my goodness. Good, dangerous cross, and that's a tough clearance to make by the defense there. Great rush there from Juve. I see the comment in here from Dominique. Luca has to step up. Awful. I have no problems with his game so far. Couple missed plays, but he's been good. He was involved in the first goal. That's the ball I've been calling for, is sending our wingers behind this defense. Played over the top. He hits way there. I don't know. Cleaning things up. I don't know. Going back to the early signs from the start of the season, I enjoyed Thuram and Locatelli. It was obviously early in the season, and I expect better now, 13 games into the season. This is our 14th. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't have that many issues right now with Luca. In terms of the midfield, I think we're starting to figure out what roles these guys need to be in. And honestly, if the defense is going to be suspect, I think Malta is going to have to ditch the 4-1-4-1, and I think you need to just go with two pivots. I think you need to. Usually he likes to do that based on what he expects from the other teams playing, but I think you forget it and you start worrying about us. And I think I'd go 4-2-3-1. For me, Locatelli and Fagioli rotate in one spot. The other spot is where it gets tricky because I think McKennie's at his best when he can get advanced. I don't know about a two-man pivot with him, but it's not out of the question. I would at least try. Let's see it. But that is some of the questions that come up around the rotations that start to come in. Can you keep it like for like? In theory, Douglas Luiz should be a great changeup, but we know how the season has started for him. It's been a nightmare, to say the least. So we gotta clean it up. Gotta figure out these roles and establish that, and then move from there. Okoye just hanging on to the ball at the back here. We're 30 minutes in, practically 29-35 here. 1-0 Juventus. Heavy possession from Juve leading up to that 1-0 goal. Now Udinese starting to grow in this game a bit as far as possession goes. Kalulu, little touch up to Thuram after cutting off the ball. Goes back to Cambiaso, to Thuram, and now over to Gatti. It's got Savona out on the right, will play it to him. Takes a look up, plays it to Way on the wing. It's being watched tightly here. Does fine, collects, goes all the way back to Savona, now over to Gatti. Cambiaso to Kalulu. Over to Cambiaso. Gatti to Kalulu, now to Cambiaso. Pulls it back for Thuram. Oh. And that's just lazy passing. Cambiaso can't hit Thuram 5 feet back from him. And then Thuram with a little flick into splitting two of our guys. That's just lazy passing there. Come on, you guys. Pick it up. Started off the game strong. Don't lay off. Win this ball back. Get the pressure going. Udinese trying to work out. Good work there from Thuram and even Cope Miners trying to help. Weah's going to get called on the foul there. Lovric swinging this one out. Tovan being watched by Gatti. Now Udinese will swing it back around the horn at the back. Lovric. Coal Miners calling for everyone to step forward in this push. Calling everyone to get a good pressure there from Cope. Takes a foul there. Tovan coming well back to collect for Udinese. Level with the back line. This is one of their two forwards. Coming all the way back to try and pull some strings. Juve sitting in their shell right now. Yildiz gets a foot on that, and then Kalulu comes, cleans it up. We can move forward, but Yildiz, error in the pass there, trying to find Thuram, which would have been a break for Juventus. We keep it in play. There is a player down for Udinese. Thuram draws the foul there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. They could check on their player. Casabelle down for Udinese. Yeah, and that was Cabecele going down for the challenge from Kalulu. Josh saying, I swear the team doesn't pressure as much as it used to. It could be one of the effects from Bremer not being back there. But yeah, I was feeling that for quite some time, especially higher up the pitch. We started this game doing that. And I said, like, at the start of the year when all the positives were coming through, one of the big ones was the pressure higher up the pitch. But combination of things might have put a little bit of a backtracking to that, especially with all the conceding we've been doing as of late. So maybe just also that playing into this particular matchup. But we started hot at the start, went after it, got that 1-goal lead. Let's see what happens following up, because now Udinese is growing in this game. We got another foul against Cambiasso this time. Tovan and Lovric trying to work on the right side there. Cambiasso does well. Sees this one off of Tovan. It's going to be a Juventus throw. Cambiasso into Locatelli. Back to Cambiasso. Into Thuram. Little flick on for Vlahovic. Does draw a foul. So, reminder, everybody, 69% possession for Juventus in this. One big chance created for Juventus. We're up 1-0. We've got 4 total attempts to 2 from Udinese. And Juve is in possession, working it around the back. Gatti now to Kalulu. Back to Gatti, over to Savona. Gatti then rotates out with Savona, moves forward down that right byline. Over to Di Gregorio, into Locatelli. He goes out to Savona. Gatti has somehow rotated into the middle of the pitch, so Savona had no option down the flank. What was that? So we launch it up forward to absolutely nobody. Udinese collects now. Little bit of pressure coming here from Yildiz. Will force as a Cabasele, back to Okoye. And now Udinese force it up against Tovan, but he misplays it. Thuram over to Yildiz. Off the post. Rebound. Savona! Savona! Hey, yes! Yes! There's 2. There's 2. Beautiful. Beautiful. Bang, bang, baby. Bang, bang. There's 2. There's 2. Love that. Love that. They're trying to hit Tovan. He misplays it, trying to settle that ball. Thuram pounces on it, immediately finding Kenan Yildiz. Yildiz moving in to his right foot, puts it smack dab off the post. And Savona comfortably trailing in at the top of the area and then comes in and just slots that into the far corner. Lovely. And that Yildiz shot did take a deflection, but Savona comes in. And that, even Megs the first guy with the shot. Through a maze, Savona. Nice and calm. Let's go. There you go. Kashik. The big day. 2-0. Good, guys. Let's go. And now Udinese trying to work its way up. Savona with a good step in there. Tovan. Another horrible touch there. There is a player down though. Ref will stop the play. I believe it's Ezeboy. No, it's Zemura that's actually down. Great opening first half for Juventus. Finding 2 goals. Coming out hard right out of the gate. Dominating possession, 82%. Pushing, finding the first goal. Yes, a little bit of a pushback from Udinese. A couple of sloppy sequences from us. Got back into control. And then pouncing on turnovers. One of the best parts about the early start to the season from this team was pouncing on turnovers and generating a lot offensively from that. We've seen a lot of that this game. That's good. That's good. Play has resumed. Di Gregorio stepping up 39 minutes, 44 seconds. He launches this one out towards Kenan Yildiz, but Ezebui just watching this one out. It's going to be Udinese throw. Inside Yildiz with a nice steal here. You got Weah trying to tee up a shot. Oh, he has one. It's blocked. Colt Miners sees this one out for a corner kick. But are they going to call offside? Calling offside, looks like. Yeah, Colt Miners gets called for the offside there. Mark 1, I want to see a Colt Miners goal. It is about time now for him to score. Kalulu. Over to Gatti. Kalulu. Over to Gatti. Back to Savona. Out to Di Gregorio. Launching this one forward. Vlahovic. Trying to get in there. Settle. Weah stops it. There's Yildiz. Oh, he tried to put that through. That had way too much heat. And it's well beyond Yildiz. Goes to Okoye. And now Udinese has collected. Out on the wing for Ezebui, closed down by Cambiasso. Yildiz coming in to offer support. Having it forward in Gatti. Providing a lot of pressure. Cambiasso, coming back. Helping collect and regain possession. Now he slots it over. Locatelli has dropped back while Gatti was pressuring the ball. Two-0 up. Oh, Thuram tried to force that one, thread the needle to Yildiz there. But we win it back. Oh, Thuram, bad pass there, looking Weah's way. Wins the header, though, to Cambiasso. Cambiasso goes back to Kalulu. Savona's got a ton of space on the right there. Kalulu moves it over to him. Just over to Colt Miners. Kalulu. Over to Thuram. Back to Di Gregorio. Out to Colt Miners. Still hugging that right flank. Savona. Launching this one up for Weah. Pushing the back. Nothing doing. Locatelli comes in. Cleans up. Plays it back to Savona. Now slid over for Kalulu. Thuram coming back to be an option. Collects it here. Up the line for Yildiz. Back to Thuram. To Locatelli. Can swing this one out to the right side. And there it is. Colt Miners. And Juve just very patient. They're always patient. But 2-0 up, definitely going to be patient. Kalulu to Thuram. Back to Kalulu to Cambiasso. Quick exchanges across that left side of the pitch. Thuram, Cambiaso, and Cambiaso sleeping there. Good pressure there again, led by Cope Miners. Good pressure here from Locatelli, not letting them breathe. Pajeres there. Getting close here to the halfway point, everybody. 44 minutes, 40 seconds, 2-0 Juventus. Good first half. Good first half of football. Sloppy here and there for a couple sequences defensively. Overall, passing could be a little bit more crisp, but you got to be happy when you're up 2-0. Got to be happy when you're up 2-0. I'm going to stop the ticker here. 45:03. We've got 2 minutes of stoppage time. Udinese coming up their left flank. Ooh. Silly challenge there from Locatelli. They're going to get a free kick here. Pretty much right from the sideline. Tovan lining this one up, set to take it for Udinese. This will be one where they can get bodies forward. It's already almost a minute out of stoppage time. They're going to in-swing this one and try and get bodies there, try and get something out of it. And there it is. Oh, that's a dangerous one. Di Gregorio coming out, punching this one forward. And now Locatelli again battling out on that sideline. But we have a stoppage. There's 2 players down. Gatti's one of them. We are being told to back off here. It's going to be a drop ball. Close down immediately. They're going to try to just fire one more into the mixer. There it is, low and hard. Collected by Locatelli. He will launch this. We've already chewed up the 2 added minutes. We're at 47:06, but the ref will probably give a little bit more due to the fouls and then the injuries. Never mind. He shuts it down. So there you go. All right, everybody. First half, that's a solid first half of football from Juve, okay? Obviously, like I mentioned, a couple things that can be cleaned up. A little bit of questionable defensive scenarios there. But overall, I really, really like that. Starting the game on time was key. It was always going to be key. We did that. That is a great first half of football from Juventus. One of the things we have been screaming for quite some time, okay? Some bad trends that were kind of killed in this first half. Starting on time, we did that. We dominated possession, going after striking first. We had 82% possession before that first goal came. That was tremendous. The follow-up after the goal, a little bit of a let-up, some questionable scenarios, but we still did well overall. The turnovers, the pressure, still not to the level in terms of pressure, and I said our offense was reaping the rewards earlier on in the season from that pressure in winning the ball back. But overall, this was very strong for us. Winning the ball back quicker and trying to transition quickly when winning that ball. Getting offensive opportunities immediately after winning the ball. That was all great work from Juventus, okay, in that first half. Got to be happy. Sunsi it here, great first half. Drags 8, nice first start, okay? Everybody Start dropping in here who you think so far, because Mark says let us prepare a poll on the best Juve player in the first half. For Mark, it's between Thuram, Yildiz, Locatelli, Di Gregorio. Let me know in the chat who you think the best player so far that half was for Juventus. Okay, now Forza Juve, hashtag Berto in. You have been saying this is the way to play against a low block the whole season. Finally, Motta has seemed to realize it. The goals, pressure winning the ball, but the transition quickly. But man, on Thuram's, we kept the defense spread. If you watch the replay, look at the amount of bodies Juve had in that area. We had 6 players in there. The defense can't clamp down and overload. We keep them honest. You have to send bodies. You have to do it. Thuram did incredibly well. Absolutely dummied the first man. Good shot to the far post. Got lucky that it hit Okoye there, but you know what? You got to be good to get lucky, okay? So it's better. It's better. But still, like I said, a few things to clean up here and there. Udinese, for them, I gotta say, I gotta be honest, this is not how they have played the majority of this season. I'm a little bit surprised because of Juve and how they've been conceding and everything. For Udinese to give up 83% possession, 82% possession until we ended up scoring the first goal is not characteristic. Not characteristic of them, okay? So we do have to take that in mind too. But one of the things that we'll probably look at here that seems to be the best right now, 4-2-3-1. I think 2 pivots will help you with what we're noticing at the back. Kalulu and Gatti were doing a good job after Bremer left. I have no idea on the on why Motta would continuously go with Danilo back there on 3 horror shows back to back to back. Regardless, the 2-man pivot is helping us boss that midfield. Khéphren Thuram, while I really like him and everything, some of his awareness needs to ramp up defensively. Because when we lose the ball, and even when we're trying to win it back, he's questionable in how quick he reads the play to be where he needs to be defensively. But overall, the 2-man pivot is probably the way to go for this team. What's interesting is it's kind of affecting Cope Miners, though, because he's drifting to a flank. He's drifting to a flank way too much, okay? And I need to see him get closer to Vlahovic. So it's almost like any way we slice it right now, whether you're going 4-1-4-1, whether you're going 4-2-3-1, there's different things it brings up. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what is the best for the group moving forward? For me, it's 4-2-3-1. Then you have to look at who you can rotate in 1 for 1. And that's going to be the question. And we'll probably tackle that as we go. This first half, it's nice to start a game on time. That hasn't happened for a long time. Reminder, everybody, get the likes up. We're going to hit you with the stats coming out of that half. 67% possession for Juventus. 1 big chance created. Khéphren Thuram also got on to 1 5 minutes into this game. I think he should have, I know it's hopping, it's a low hard cross. At least try and put that one on target. But outside of that, again, we could still poke and prod and probably really, really, truly kill this game and generate even more chances. So I do want to see a little bit more of a push, okay? Rorschach's saying I'm on mute, but my system's not saying I'm on mute. You guys hear me? I don't think I'm on mute, man. Total attempts, 6 attempts for Juve, 2 attempts for Udinese. It's a good, strong first half. We're going to get to player ratings. We asked the question, who do you think was the top player out of that first half for Juventus? Okay, here's your ratings coming out of that one. Di Gregorio at 6.7. Not a lot of work. Great save. He had to make one really strong save short side from Davis. That could have been tricky because sometimes goalies cheat over. He was reading shot the whole time. That's what happened. Savona, 7.6, got himself a second, slotted home on the rebound off Yildiz shot that hit the post. Gatti, 6.9, Kalulu, 6.9, Cambiasso, 7. Everybody starts at 6. Across the back, I think maybe the only one that be at a 6.5 and the others at 7 is probably Cambiasso. Questionable passing from Cambiasso, lazy passing, a lot of hesitance from him. I still say he is far better on the right side of the pitch. But he had a brutal first half against Parma, and in this one, he's probably the only one a little bit down out of the first half. Locatelli's at 6.9, Thuram at 7.9. I think both of these guys, I really liked Locatelli's first half. I think Locatelli, for me right now, the way things are going, he's locking things down in the midfield. It looks a lot different when he's in there, but the two-man pivot for me is a must for this team going forward. Locatelli and Fagioli should be a pairing that rotates. And then at the other side, Thuram, he's got his spot there. I could see Luiz spotting in there, but Luiz has a ways to go. He's got to get fit. McKennie, that's where it gets questionable. But Colt Miners, he gets a 6.5. Not a whole lot of influence, not a whole lot of impact, but like I said, it's weird. It's weird how it's working out because Thuram will hug the left side. Colt Miners will hug the right side. It's not like a true two-man pivot and a 10. It's kind of like this mix of a 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1. It's like we're not really set up in either way. Colt Miners is just going where he can get to the ball. It's predominantly on that right side. I want to see him get into areas where he could do some damage. Maybe score some goals for Juve, okay? But he gets a 6.5, and I don't think it's from him necessarily, just the way the game's playing out. But it is something you got to look at going forward, because if the 4-2-3-1 gives us balance and is better for helping out the defense and locking teams down, you still have to find a way to make him have an impact on the game. I don't think he's going to do that way out on the sideline. So that's something we got to work on. Weah, 6.4. Fine with it. Yildiz, he got a 7.1. I think they're both maybe 6.5s. I think either one of them should go to a 7. Doing what they got to do. Weah made a couple good runs. We rewarded him on one from Locatelli. The cross was a dangerous cross. Forced Udinese into a clearance. Vlahovic at a 6.4. So Vlahovic is... Vlahovic takes a lot of heat all the time. Mark 1 saying Dusan was a ghost once again. Vlahovic is playing with a 2-second lag or something. Is he on dial-up? Yeah, I don't know. There was a couple sequences where... There was one where Cambiasso was driving towards the back line. And Vlahovic stood and held at a position where there's no chance Cambiasso hits you on a ball. And he's not even pointing where he's going to go. He's not doing anything like... I don't really know. His touch was pretty bad in a lot of sequences, trying to come up. Colt Miners tried to work a couple 1-2s with him. It's tough. He's getting not a lot of touches. His touch is suffering, and we're not hitting him on a couple of those instances where we do get the ball in behind the low block. That's when you want to cross the ball in. We're just not even putting it close to him either. So the shortcomings get highlighted, but we can't get the positions for his strengths to kind of show up. So it's just one of those things. Like I said, the overall for me is kind of what counts. Overall, This is good. The pressure was good. We were winning the ball back and trying to hit them fast, which you have to do against a low block. Don't wait for them to get set up. So we were doing some things good. Driving the ball deep, sending bodies in and around the area. Okay, we constantly had 6 around the area. Vlahovic, Yildiz, Thuram, Cole Miners, Weah, Cambiasso even getting up there. Constantly looking to do that. Good things will happen. Second half, dominate play, dominate the ball, see this one through, maybe even try to get another, and maybe get some guys off for rest. If you get 3, get some guys off for rest, because then you should be able to see this one through and take a look towards Lille. Soiree coming in here with a storm the barn. Did you like Duchan's off the ball movement? I didn't. One of the things I just highlighted there was I didn't like that. I also think there's a lot more we can do with our wings. I think our wings are strong. Like even Weah's got a ton of pace, and he can cook guys. And even Savona, when he was getting forward, we had sequences where Savona passed inside to the middle. We passed it back to a defender. He made the move. He just kept going. And none of those guys were thinking to hit him while he made that run. And he was clear because Weah had just stopped and then moved in centrally. He was gone. All we had to do was put that thing. There was a ton of space ahead of it for him to run onto. We got to take chance. You've got to mix it up. We want to play to feet way too much. And that is part of making it easy to stop us. You have to add elements to your game and do that. Mix it up. I only saw one attempt at that half, and that was the Locatelli one to Weah. You got to take shots like that. You got to keep defenses guessing. You got to make them work to stop you. So again, positives out of that one, but this is where we were at before, and you got to build off that. So, hey, let's take the good. Let's keep moving. Let's see what the second half has in store for us, everybody. Final score predictions. I let EAFC hit me with mine. I went 1-0 Cole Miners goal. We're already at 2. What did you have? Is your prediction still in play? Jerry B. Nasty coming in here. Yildiz and Duchan will score. I got to remind you all, too. Now, what better time than now? Because we might not have been hyped up about it, okay? Might not have been hyped up about it at the start. 3 goals and a win. Get somebody one of the new home kits with the Champions League badging, okay? 3 goals and a win. We're almost there. We're almost there. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. We got 3 goals and a win. Somebody's getting that kit. Mohammed saying the subs will score 1 more goal. Let's go. Marks, I want Cope to score. 3-0, Weah scores. I said 4-0, and I don't see it being that unrealistic. Let's go. Let's go. Mark wants that kit. Good luck. Let's go, everybody. 1 more goal does it. 1 more goal does it. So we look at the players all getting set to take the pitch. It looks like Udinese is going to make 2 changes. I don't think there's any need for change from Malta just yet. Like I said, you can potentially really, really turn the knife here in the second half and then look to get some extra rest and changes before the Champions League matchup against Lille. I see 7-0. Poor Udinese. I'm really sorry for them. They look so poor. This is, like I said, I'm surprised that, like I said, 82% possession up until the first goal is wild. And nothing like what Udinese has done, especially at home. Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, we're not in the and we're coming into this with question marks based on the results that we are getting. But again, rather easy first half. But you got to take what you got, and you can only play who's in front of you. So let's see. Lille will be completely different, but we're bossing the midfield. And like I said, the two-man pivot is the way to go. Kalulu over to Thuram, launch forward for Vlahovic, trying to settle that one. He had a body all over him. Udinese turning at us. The shot, it is deflected. Mostly blocked by Locatelli. Di Gregorio collects. Oh my god, I should start the ticker. We're about 20 minutes delay there on the ticker. My bad. Terrible ball there. Terrible ball there from Cambiasso. And again, Davis working on Gatti here. Earns a corner kick. That is just a flat start. Like I said, first minute to last minute. Come on, you guys. There is no reason to let this team back in this game. Here's a corner, and it's a terrible corner. It's blocked, but it does go out for another corner kick. So this guy gets a mulligan. Taken short. Pajeras now coming in. This is a cornerback post. Di Gregorio all over that one will collect. Oh, Vlahovic doing well there. Trying to split these guys. Battling for the ball. Does earn a yellow card. It's a free kick in a decent spot. He's trying to line this up. Cope Miners is there too. See, Vlahovic will be thinking goal from here. Even Cope Miners could think goal from here, really. Both left-footed. See, that's better physically from Duchamp. Like, get in the mix here. Fight. Let's go. The only problem with where this free kick is that the keeper's knowing that if you're going to take a strike on goal, like, it's going short side. And the odds to go back post, like, you have to have some serious swerve on there and everything. Vlahovic set to take this one. Oh, he goes low and back post, and it is a muffin, everybody. Wow, that was trying to wrap my head around that free kick. Nice try. We'll put it there. We'll put it at that. Pajeras working on Locatelli and Wea coming out with it here. To Tovan. Inside, Udinese continues to try to work this way forward here. And here's Tovan into the area now. Oh my god, that dribble. Uncharacteristically really bad dribble from Tovan there. It does go off him, so it will be a goal kick for Juventus. All right. 2-0 Juve, 49 minutes, 22 seconds. Like I said, I didn't restart the ticker on time second half, so that's my bad. Headed back as far as Cambiaso, over to Kalulu. Back to Cambiaso. Trying to go inside, does find Thuram, plays it forward. Yildiz comes back, collects. Inside to Cope Miners, who's in a good central position now. Slots it over for Savona. Weah, right up on the right bound. He's got space. Running as man. Up forward for Savona. Inside, just can't get it through the defense for that trailing run. But that's good work from Juve. Get the fullbacks forward. Send the bodies up. Push Udinese back. Cope Miners set to come take this corner kick for Juve. You can see the brace he's wearing under his jersey. All the padding sticking out there. Protecting that rib. Here's Cope Miners. Sent in. Decent cross. Cleared out by Udinese. Yildiz will collect. And now he's going to quickly have this back in the mixer. That's nice. And we got bodies forward. Gatti even in there. And Thuram trying to win this one back. He does. And we collect. Yildiz to Cambiaso. And a player down for Udinese right now. Pajeras the one, clenching at his mouth. I legitimately don't even think he touched him. 51 minutes, 36 seconds. We got some shouts for some subs to be made and maybe get some early rest for guys. Thinking to Leo there. I think I'm still a little bit away from that. Maybe 60th. Ball slip forward. Di Gregori's got, oh my God. Gatti touches it. What a shit goal to concede. But we get a foul. Thankfully, we get a foul on Davis there. Jeez. Little ball flipped over. Gatti was just shielding off. Gets a little one-handed shove there in the back. Didn't look like much. He probably could have toughed it out. And we could have just caught. We could have just hung on to it, Di Gregorio, but Gatti really made a meal of that one, but the foul's called, so we're good. Try a long ball forward for Yildiz. We don't quite make it. Udinese trying to flip it back. Take it on to us. Davis giving chase there. Savona gets a foot in. Davis comes out. Collects it. Weah is down now. And he's clenching his ankle after the challenge with Davis. Cope Miners telling us to get the ball out. Cambiaso twisting and turning. Have the ball out, lads. Holy smokes. Break up City in the second half here. Stoppages after stoppages. Yeah, he got stomped on the top of his foot on the spin. That's why you don't go in soft in the challenges. If you're going to go in, go in. Don't just flick a foot in. This is what happens. Davis is a bull. He is one clumsy-ass bull, though. Tell you that. Yildiz tried a little sneaky flick onto himself down that sideline, but it's cleaned up by Udinese. Forced back to Okoye again. Coal Miners again telling Juve to press forward, and look at him lead the charge. Forces them to what? Get that long ball forward, and then we can get a stab at winning it back and going back. But this particular instance, we don't. And Tovan sends a cross in, easily collected by Di Gregorio. You really miss that when Cope's not in there. It's just the ability to force a team to do that. Play the long ball just from pressure. It's completely different. And this is what bothers me. Because even if he's not there, get somebody else doing it. There's no reason your game has to completely drop off because these guys aren't in the lineup. So this excuse that, oh, we struggled, it's all going to be good when these guys come in. Guess what? These guys aren't going to play every single game, and your game still has to be strong no matter who's in the lineup. If you're telling me you need Cope Miners in there to beat Parma at home, I'm going to tell you that is bullshit, because it is. So this is my only thing. Like for like, and keep the momentum building. Keep the progress going. You can't say, oh, we don't have those guys in the lineup and expect your game to completely drop off. Your strengths have to always show up and be there. Period. Taram running at them. Get this third and kill this game off. Yildiz crossing this one back post, but Okoye comes off and collects. Weah runs himself into the net, chasing that one down. Okoye now drops it to his defender. Coal Miners again calling the back line forward. And now he's going to apply some pressure to Okoye. Does slip the pass through. They make another one. They cut into the middle. Tovan has come back to collect. He's going over the top. Trying to work on Savona there. Cleans it up. Back to Di Gregorio. Launches it out for Weah. Can't win that aerial. Locatelli to Coal Miners. Flicked on, but only as far as Udinese. And there's a foul. This is a free kick. And there's a yellow. Sloppy stuff. Sloppy stuff, you guys. A little bit of a sloppy second half. Mark saying Berto, our bench is poor. I don't think it's as poor as maybe we are led on to believe. You have to still be able to play your game. Fagioli is still there. McKennie has been good. You have Conceição. You have Mbangula. You have Adzic too? I don't see guys there that prevent us from playing our game against the Cagliaris, the Parmas, etc. I'm fine taking a hit in a big matchup against a big team and conceding that, yeah, you want those top players there, but I'm sorry. Your game has to come through against those sides at home, like Parma, Cagliari, etc., like Empoli, Roma, poor Roma this year. Those draws, they're killers. They're killers. Pajero is working again up that left flank, but is forced back. Udinese picking up the possession count here in the second half, bringing it up to 33% for them. Still dominated by Juve, but 7 total attempts for Juventus, 3 for Udinese. We've still only created 1 big chance, but we're 2-0 up, and this should be smooth sailing, but things can change at any point in time. I want the clean sheet today. I'd love a 3rd goal. And let's get that giveaway going, everybody. Let's get that giveaway going. Come on. Reminder, get the likes up. Take a second, please. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already and join our AJC army. Besides this potential for a 3-goal victory kit giveaway, we are giving away a third kit, Champions League badging with 10 Yildiz on the back. Pays to subscribe, everybody. Pays to subscribe. Oh, here's good pressure. Vlahovic. Oh, that's a good ball outside of the boot cross from Vlahovic. Looking Colt Miner's way. Didn't miss by much. Man, that was nice. That was nice. That would have been a way to get your first for Colt Miners. Oh, man. Didn't miss Colt by much. That's better. Vlahovic is coming back a little bit deeper, I noticed. This how here's Thuram. Oh, with a switch field to his teammates that are getting ready, warming up. Man, they're not in the game yet, Kefren. You gotta wait for them to take the pennies off, bro. Take it easy. Oh, Locatelli tries to collect that, but Savona cleans it up. Cambiaso now. Push back. Kalulu, he's going to go back to Di Gregorio. Out at the top of the 18 here. Di Gregorio launch in this one. Colt Miners trying to flick on there. Locatelli's got to take it easy on the pressure here. Savona putting Gatti in a little bit of a questionable scenario with that big bull running Adam Davis there. But he does well. Finds Di Gregorio. Finds Cambiaso that's drifted central. Now finding Thuram. Thuram. Back to Kalulu. To Locatelli. Cambiaso, oh, turned into trouble, man, right there. Gets the foul, though. And Juve will be all right here. 62 minutes, 26 seconds. That's another thing that kind of hasn't been present over several matches. Another one of these trends, all the good movement that we were doing and interchanging between players positionally kind of faded out, kind of died. So it's a good one to see here. Wea turns his man into the area. Cross back post, but goes behind Yildiz. Still gives chase. Gets a foul on the back there, unfortunately. 63 minutes, 23 seconds. We're pushing for that third. Pushing for the third. Just can't latch on in the final third. Davis heads this one, but Cambiaso comes in, cleans it up, finding Thuram. Thuram. Pass out to Savona. To Locatelli. To Thuram. To Savona. Back to Locatelli. Over to Gatti. Kalulu's got a ton of space on the left. Gatti will slide it over for him. Kalulu to Gatti. Up ahead for Cambiaso. Yildiz push back. No foul there. Like a foul. Oof. Putting Locatelli in a bad spot here. Pajero. Pajero's worked his ass off for Udinese this second half especially. Udinese working it through the middle. Now going to the outside. I think that player's offside, but I could be wrong. Maybe we didn't hold the line, but we strip it. This over to Colt Miners. And he's going to switch this one out for Weah. Headed down, but Vlahovic can eat this one up. He does. Slides it over for Weah. Weah decided to eat that one rather than send that ball through for Vlahovic, which he wanted. He was calling for. Over to Cambiaso. Inside for Locatelli. Now over to Savona. Still have 5 bodies up forward. There goes back post. Headed down. Back across the area. Savona cleans this one up again. Heads it just beyond Locatelli. Goes all the way back to Di Gregorio. .65 minutes, 44 seconds. 2-0 Juventus. In possession right now with Gatti. Just walks over the halfway line. Now drops it back. We have a couple of players getting ready for Juventus. It looked like Imbangula's one of them. I think I see Conceição there as well. We were expecting Lorenzo Luca to start. It looks like he's going to be coming in off the bench. It's strange that they didn't go with him. And again, this is, I think the reason would be is that for whatever reason, like I said, I'm surprised they played this way, but they conceded a lot to us, especially early on. And maybe it's because of Luca's technical ability. It's one of the things I question with us targeting him. I didn't think he's a guy that would suit Monta's game, but we are seriously interested. There you go. So Hassan's going to come in. Lorenzo Luca will also come in for Udinese. Throw into Davis. Udinese pressed to move back to their back line. Over to Hassan now, who's just stepped onto the pitch. Zemura. Biol and Zemura just exchanging the ball at the back here for Udinese. Nothing really threatening coming. Trying to work up that right flank. Yildiz does great work. What a dribble there. And we're off to the races. Trying to find this in stride for Vlahovic. Actually does well. Tries to play it over for Weah. Oh, Vlahovic running onto it. Oh, that's a good rip. That's a good rip. There you go. Good stop from Okoye there. A better second half from Vlahovic. I gotta say, way better second half from Vlahovic. Getting into areas he's not normally getting to and just trying to just be involved way more. Getting involved in some battles for the ball. It's better, and that's a good rip. Short side forces Okoye. That's a hard rip. It's good. That's what we want to see. Totally agree, Josh. That's what we want to see. We want to see that effort, that fight, that drive. You just got to see the big man creating problems, okay? I can deal with if your technical ability might suffer a bit in build, but I got to see you be a handful for the defenses. You can't just be the big man with a poor touch and not fighting or being a handful for defense. Like, you gotta bring something. So, much better second half showing from Dusan. 69 minutes, 40 seconds. We are getting changes. It is McKennie. It is Conceição. So, Vlahovic and Thuram are the two coming off. I would expect Weah moves up to the top in this one. But it'd be worth a shot. We talked about when you're tinkering, try something. Get Yildiz up top. And it is. Yildiz up top, Weah on the left. I like this. I'm excited to see this, everybody. Let's see how this looks. Albeit only 20 minutes, but I don't care. I'm curious about this. It's time to start getting some answers. One of the things I question Mota on is how many answers do we actually have so far? We're about to see one. Let's see. See if we can get some answers here. Pajero trying to send this one through. Cambiaso eats it up. We'll go back to Di Gregorio. And Di Gregorio going to launch this one up. Yildiz doesn't win that aerial battle. Back into Davis. Kalulu meets him. But Udinese is still coming away with the ball. Davis sending this one across goal out of the reach of Lorenzo Luca. Hassan stops it on the far side. Ooh, that's a garbage cross there. And we'll take that one as a goal kick. Pretty soft second half as expected with Juventus on a 2-goal lead. Still carrying 66% possession throughout. 8 total attempts for Juve, 1 big chance created. We haven't had to really push or get too crazy here. Udinese trying to work away outside the back. Hassan on it now, sending one forward to Davis, and that's chewed up by Gatti. It's going to go out for Udinese throw. We're at 72 minutes, 47 seconds, 2-0. Good guys, everybody. Remember, we need one more, though, for the kick giveaway. We need one more. Yildiz slotted into the top, but again, I wonder if we're going to really get the answers that we're looking for, being that we're 2-0 up. It's 73rd minute, and we're trying to see this one out. Hassan with a run there. Shot takes a deflection. Juve's looking for the offside. Hassan appears to be onside. No flag up. Corner kick for Udinese. In-swinger corner kick here coming from Udinese. There it is. Ooh, Di Gregorio punching that one. Here's another in-swinger from Hassan and punched out by Di Gregorio. Doing battle there. Oh, here we go. Long ball carry forward. Conceição, can he skin his man? Now he got a double team coming. He's trying to keep going. Oh, and he gets a foul. Carried it forward as far as he could. Ended up losing it on the dribble. Took a foul trying to win it back. Now Udinese back in possession, but just at the back. We've got 4 across the back right now, giving them no options to swing it. '75th minute, 20 seconds. Udinese is going route 1 here. Trying to link up with the big, tall Lorenzo Luca. Hassan is creating a nightmare here. Inside to Luca. He turns, fires, and that's blocked by Gatti. Hassan's going to watch this one out for a corner kick. Man, all of a sudden, Hassan creating a little bit of problems out there on the left flank for Udinese, right side back for us. This is a corner kick by Pajero, set to take. Decent cross there, and Di Gregorio took a swat at it. Not sure if he connected a bit with it or not, but we save it on the back side. Ooh, questionable. Kalulu really put Cambiasso under there, but he draws a foul, earns it, and we can restart. But sketchy little play there. And yeah, it was Savona that got cooked there by Hassan. I wouldn't really say cooked, but he got turned, and that's not an ideal spot for it. Okoye's going to lift this one out for Hassan. Plays it back, but puts his D-man under, and now he's got to go route 1. But Lorenzo Luca onto this one, shielding it. Takes a touch, swings it out to the far side. They're going to try setting up these crosses, trying to hit that big, tall SOB. And there it is. There's a cross in. That's actually a low, hard one behind our defense. It's dealt with well by Cambiasso. 77 minutes, 34 seconds. It's 2-0. And Udinese probing. Juve is simply trying to clamp down, see this one out at 2-0. Pajeros with a shot blocked. Another corner kick coming from Udinese. Yeah, we're completely on the back foot now. It's just clamp down mode. Here's a corner. That one's not good. Flicked on by us trying to clear all the way across goal. Out the other side for another corner kick. Now Hassan will go and take it. And his corners have actually been dangerous. Here it comes. That's a good one. And it's headed. And Di Gregorio punches it out. Davis again goes up. There's a scramble here. Yildiz comes in to collect. Trying to dribble out. Does win it back. Locatelli plays it off of Udinese. It will be a goal kick for Juventus now. But yeah, Udinese pushing. Pushing for something. Showing some fight. And Juve just looking to clamp this one down and see it out. Not much of us in terms of build-up, in terms of possession, in terms of battling for the ball. Seemingly fine right now with this. Like to see us ramp up the possession. Second half split on possession is 43% for Udinese, 57% still in favor of Juventus. All hands on deck. Danilo's coming in, everybody. Okay. So we said the only way this guy gets on now is like 15 minutes remaining, kill games out. That's pretty much it. That's the only way. And Locatelli gives the armband. Don't do that. Come on. Just let him finish the game. Like, your performance has got to get up there, man. Just let him see it out with the armband. If something goes wrong here and he is in the focal point, the nice thing about it is he's come in as a right back. If you can't do it now, 10 minutes killing the game out and at the right back position, it ain't happening at all. Here's Danilo up to Conceição, little flick on. Cole Miners gets a touch on it. Yildiz into McKennie. But they miss one another, and now Udinese running back at us. Terrible shot taken. Had options. Decided against distributing the ball to either his right side. Had a play inside. Ends up taking an absolute garbage attempt. You know what? Thank you. Thank you, Jesper Karlström. And, by the way, there. Udinese working it around. Juve shelling up. Seeing this one out. Don't make any errors. Keep the clean sheet. Here's Hassan. Here's a crossback. Oh my God, off the bar. Lorenzo Luca. Holy Christ. Good ball in from Hassan. 82 minutes, 27 seconds in. We're parking it. They're all over us. And this is what I mean. Like, it's just... I'm shocked Udinese played so passive in the first. So passive. But I'm thankful. I don't like this. I don't like just sitting back. You don't have to. See this game out properly. Don't let up. Terrible ball forward from Weah there. But Yildiz... gets lucky there off a bad touch, wins it back. This is played forward from Weah to Yildiz, and Yildiz a little lazy there. Losing the ball. Here's Davis. Sticks an elbow out, though. Is going to get the call there. Not happy about it, but we almost conceded there. Luca with a big header there off the bar. Oh, yeah, sticks his hand right out into the face of Cabal. Look at this. Crazy cross, bullet header. Absolutely no chance for Di Gregorio there. Just lucky it hits the bar. I'm shocked they didn't start Luca. I'm shocked, like... I get that technical aspect up top, but like, my God, man. It's weird. It's weird because they went against themselves and what had been working and what was good for them leading up to this game. I'll take it, though. Conceição drops it back. Danilo's on it. Back to Gatti. Right back. very close to what could be Danilo's best position moving forward, which is left, right, out. But right back he is. Locatelli sliding this forward. Gatti would step forward to Cope Miners. Cope Miners now switch in the field for Cabal. He's got space ahead of him to carry forward. He's going to drive this one through the halfway line. Has an option out to his left of way up, plays it to him. Are we going to try and kill this one off? Are we just going to play possession, knock it back? Here's a pass inside to Yildiz, who drops outside. McKennie now, the front man against the back line. Conceição. I think we're just going to have possession. I don't think we're going to push too hard, but here's a little 1-2. Yildiz, Conceição. Ooh, shot blocked. There you go. Sometimes these guys that want to cook, that want to score, you just can't shut them down. So there you go. Conceição is going to want to be Conceição. We're at 85 minutes, 30 seconds again. My ticker, I got caught watching second half and didn't restart it. Corner kick here for Juve. I expect them to take it short, but we do have the defenders up in the box, so maybe we do go. Maybe we do go for corners are 9-3 in favor of Udinese. Here it is, Cope Miners, a little too close to Okoye. Cabal stepping in, volleys it, that's blocked, goes out. It's going to be Juventus throw. Yildiz find themselves out on the left flank. But we got Mbangula coming in, so we're going to take a break here for the substitution. And it is going to be Tim Weah coming off, making room for Mbangula. It's kind of a shame that it's good that we were in clampdown mode, but it kind of sucks in a way because we don't get to really see the effects of Yildiz up there playing that role. There's only been like 2 real sequences where we could see the difference in having technical guy up top, but this is nowhere near been enough to really make a judgment for doing it, right? I still stand firm. If you're giving Vlahovic rest, I would play Yildiz up top. I'm still going to stick to that. McKennie and Bangula, quick 1-2, but they lose it. Played back to Okoye. He's going to drive this one forward. Danilo trying to head this one down. Conceição doing battle. He's going to get called for the foul. 87 minutes, 20 seconds. Almost home free, everybody. It is 2-0 Juventus in a game that had to be 3 points for us. So let's go. Free kick sent in. Gatti winning that header. Playing it forward. Mbangula doing a little bit of battle there out on the flank. Kalulu trying to drive this one out from the back there. Gatti doing battle here. Battling with Davis now. McKennie coming in. Playing it out for Chico. Close down on the flank there. Did he earn the throw-in? Looks like it's going to go Udinese's way. Conceição not happy about it. 88 minutes, 21 seconds. A very, very drab second half to this game. Juve in clampdown mode. Not risking anything. And Udinese, oh my goodness. Kalulu missed that, but cleaned up by Cabal. Otherwise, Luca was lurking there. Davis earns a corner kick there. Pajero set to take another corner kick for Udinese. There it is. Oh. Do got it cleared. Yildiz on the break being watched by Hassan. Plays it forward for Cabal, but he's not going to catch that one. off of Cabal, though, so Udinese gets a throw. 89 minutes, 23 seconds, 2-0. Udinese on the ball, trying to surge to get something out of this one. We're going to see what we get for stoppage time. I would expect maybe 2 minutes. Not a whole bunch. Maybe you get 3. There was a lot of stoppages early on in the second half, so maybe, but not a bunch. Oh, Yildiz plays this one for Mbangula. Do we get 3 and give away a kit? Oh, for Cope! Oh, Cope Miners, that was your goal, buddy. That was your goal. Oh my goodness, Cope Miners, that was your goal. Not only did Cope not get his first, but we got a giveaway on the line here. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Get a card called back here. Oh my god. My clock is 30 seconds off of my feed. Oh, Cope Miners just couldn't get the ball to sit up where he wanted. It was bouncing and rolling. Put that home, man. That's your first with us. Di Gregorio gets that one all wrong. It'll be a throw into Udinese as he tried to just have it out from his area. He's kind of laughing about it. 91 minutes, 10 seconds. Hassan. Pajero sending this cross in, easily handled by Di Gregorio. He hits the ground for good measure. I'm not sure if old man's going to make it tomorrow. I know it's myself and Paulo 100% right now. Omer was questionable, so we wait and see. Danilo heads this one up to Locatelli. Tried to head it forward for Cope Miners. Falls short. Pajero trying to drive Udinese up that right side. And here he is trying to block off Cabal, who does well. Excuse me, McKennie, who does well. But we just send it forward and immediately give Udinese back possession. 92 minutes, 30 seconds. 2-0 Juve. Just get me out of here. Clean sheet. Let's not have any mistakes now. Alexa, I will see. I will see. Like I said, we should be having 3 members tomorrow. We're just going to, I'll usually find out after the game exactly who's coming on. I just know Paulo is for sure in tomorrow. Oh, and Trim. Trim is the third. Myself, Paulo, and Trim. Trim's going to be a little bit late, though. We got Yildiz on a break. Oh my god, waiting for Conceição and lays it up in a shot he's never going to get to. A little shove in the back there. I'm shocked Yildiz didn't just try to beat that man and take him on. Probably just too tired. 93 minutes, 30 seconds. 30 seconds to go. This one's going to be done. And then we'll have fun with a little postman. That's offside. The cross coming in. Luca gets beaten to it by Danilo. McKennie settles it to Kalulu. Back outside to Cabal. Go Miners. Inside for Yildiz. We got a player down there. And the game's done, everybody. The game is done. Whoa! A clean sheet. We needed that. 3 points. We needed that. We got it done. Could not have any slip-ups here. like I said, the month of November, minimum out of these 3 matchups, you got to take 7 points. We're going to shoot for 9. That's up. Next up, obviously Lille in Champions League, but we're going to have the Derby della Mola, okay? And then, of course, Milan after international break. But this one had to be 3 points. Very happy we got the job done. Big shout out to Mohammed right now, gifting 5 AJC memberships. If you are fortunate enough to grab one of those, okay, reach out to us. We'll plug you into the private AJC members chat. Also, members have the power, capability to almost do whatever the hell they want. I'm having a show, a members only show, off the record with Berto, where I'm being interviewed by one of our army members. All right, so great stuff there. Okay, now in terms of this match, hey, what do you want to say? We came out, we got some of the trends killed and nipped, and that is starting games on time. We did that today. The pressure was good. First half, we got the game to a comfortable position. Then, yes, pressure faded, our play faded, but that was expected. And maybe with eyes on what you got next against Lille in Champions League, okay? In terms of positionally and what we did, I think you're starting to learn what we need to do in the middle of the pitch to have that balance. The question is, how do you do that and not have certain guys ghosting that you might need to be key contributors, okay? So at the end of the day, it's 3 points. We didn't pick up any more injuries. There you go, just like Jerry B. Nasty said. Got the 3 points, no injuries. We picked up, I think, a little bit more in terms of defining roles. We saw Thuram. Still, a lot of good, a lot of questionable with Thuram, but overall, I like where it's going with Thuram. I think 2-man pivot is 100% the way to go with this team. We just have to find a way to do it and not sacrifice Cope Miners to the one flank. So it's almost kind of like a flat 3, at times a pivot, at times you have an advanced mid, at times you have both advanced mids, kind of fluctuating. That's not a bad thing, because that was another thing that went away over these past few games. The interchanging of positions and the rotation guys were making. It was a lot better this game. It's a lot better this game. But again, second half, you kind of almost got to wipe away, because this was just get through with the result that we needed, and that's it. So it's hard to take a lot out of the second half. Your statistics coming out of this one, 62% possession in favor of Juventus. We generated 2 big chances. Scored on one of the big chances. Total attempts were 11-11 for both sides. Yes, we had Lorenzo Luca rattling the crossbar with a screamer of a header there on a cross, which would have probably made life a little bit interesting to wrap up that game. But, you know, you guys know where I stand. I don't like the complete let up on 2 goals. 3 goals, I can give you that. I think we should have pushed for more play in the second half still, okay? Our goal scorers, Kefren Thuram, fantastic play on the opening goal. Actually, Locatelli involved, Yildiz involved, and bodies forward, keeping the defense honest on a park bus setup through this first half. Great stuff. Kefren Thuram, good stuff there. Second goal, good ball movement, pouncing on the turnover, getting it forward. That was Thuram up to Yildiz. He did the right thing, waited for, again, a run to come, keep that defender just honest, cut, shot off the post, Savona slotting home, and again, adding another body forward and picking up the garbage. Got to clean up the garbage. Overall, I don't think we can take it too high out of this game, because Udinese were horrible, and their starting lineup left a couple guys out, especially Lorenzo Luca's been big for them. Could have been a different game. This was a very, very poor Udinese. I don't want to take too much out of it. But a win is a win, and we needed the 3 points. We got it. Man of the match. I want to know who you guys have of man of the match. Immediately mark one coming in with Savona. I'm going to say this. I'll give you the ratings, and then I'll give you my man of the match. Di Gregorio, 7.2. Savona with a 7.8. Gatti, 7.4. Kalulu, 7. Cambiaso, 7. I think, again, I was the same at first half. I'm the same for the second. I think Cambiaso slightly behind the other three at the back there. Kalulu, Gatti, Savona. I'm fine with 7s across the board there. And Cambiaso at a 6.5. Everybody starts at 6, keep in mind. Locatelli, 7.2. Thuram got an 8 in this game. I think Luca on a 7 is fair. I think Thuram, I'd overall put him at a 7.5. Weah got a 6.7. Colt Miners a 6.6. Yildiz a 7.3. And Vlahovic a 6.7. Okay, so for me, rounding out that, Weah at a 6.5. I'm fine with. Colt Miners, 6.5. His pressing was really good in helping us generate these opportunities to win the ball back, but grossly missing from actual impact in this game. Yildiz, 7.3. I liked Yildiz every time he was on the ball. I think a 7, maybe 6.5, though. I don't know if he pushes to a 7. Vlahovic, 6.7. I'm fine with Vlahovic getting a 6.5. His second half was way better than his first half. A 6.7 might be fair. Man of the match for me in this one. It's tough because the first half was so different to the second half. I think Khéphren Thuram would have been my call after the first half. I think after the game as a whole, I'd probably maybe lean towards Savona. Okay? But I think between the two of them, I'm happy with that. And honestly, I think that's where it should have been. We got Thuram. Shout out. We got Savona. Thuram, man of the match for me. Savona for sure. Iorio going with Di Gregorio. Okay? For me, it was Colt Miners until the miss. Man of the match, Di Gregorio. Cope's pressing and passing was good, I thought. Yep, I will agree. Savona. There you go. A lot of shouts for Savona as man of the match there. I like it. I like it. And we got Hanin coming in with Kenan Yildiz. There you go. Gatti gets a shout too. Love it. All right. Bear with me, everybody. I'm dealing with a nasty hack here, okay? My family's been sick for 3 weeks. They finally spread it to me, okay? Sweaty. Let's go. Thoughts on Colt Miners specifically. By the way, you guys, this is your chance. Storm the barn. Fire away questions. Fire away all the questions you got. My thoughts on Colt Miners. Like I said, I have no problems with him. I think he's got a fine goal on that final one. That puts the final dagger in this game and gets him on the score sheet with Juve. Big opportunity there. He just couldn't get the ball to roll forward enough. He's trying to hit it raised and up and out of the feet. Sucks, but I want to see him get one there. Overall, I like what Colt Miners does as far as reading the opponent and figuring out when and where to press. And it changes everything for us and puts us in situations where we can win that ball. And when we win that ball, in the first half, we were trying to turn it over and hurt them immediately. That makes a big, big difference. He's still doing a lot of good things. On the ball, it can be seemingly not enough because of where he's picking up the ball, where he's dropping to, etc. And like I said, I still think the 4-2-3-1 is the way for us to move. You just have to find a way to still let him have that impact offensively. He still does a lot of good things. A lot of good things. Some still not seeing it. I see the comments here. Colt Miners, not worth the money, etc. I still think he's having influence. It's not as big of an impact, but it will change from game to game. I'm fine with you if you have certain games where maybe Yildiz is not as big an impact, and maybe then it's Vlahovic, maybe then it's Colt Miners. There will be games Weah is more impactful. There will be games Thuram. I'm fine if it rotates. What I'm not fine with is when we don't have our game and we're not putting forth our best ideas or things that make us succeed. You have to be able to achieve that no matter who is in the lineup. These people that are saying the game's going to get better, we just have to wait for these players to come from injury. Again, it should not stop you or halt you from playing your game. So we need to go with what we saw, the positives, and build on it. And when you make substitutions, it can't drop off. This game dropped off because it was 2-0 and we were clamped down. But if you're in a different scenario and you're in a level match and you're starting to make substitutions, they need to be like for like. So again, I still say you play your 2 pivots, but you have to find a way that you get that attacking influence there. It's not typical how we play our 2-man pivot because Cope Miners is drifting so much to the right. Typically, these guys operate between the lines of the area edges from left to right. Ours do not. Ours are hugging either the right flank or the left flank. You've got to figure out a way to make that all work. And I know why he's doing it is because he's also always has a mind to the defensive element of the game. So you've got to figure that out. You have to figure that out, just how you're going to work it out. But again, as long as the overall group and what we see out of the group is good and moving in the right direction, those are the tweaks you look to make later on. Right now for us, it's about racking up points, playing properly, reestablishing the balance. At the very least, at least the balance in this game was good. Okay? It was good. So we'll take that and move forward. Danilo, right back. Not too bad, question mark. 10 to 15 minutes, closing out a game. At right back. Okay. If he can't do that, you will be running our social media account. Okay? If you can't do that, Danilo, here's a cell phone. Go make some videos. That's all. That's all I got to say on that one. Now, keep it rolling. Is Coal Miners a must sell and a bad player because of that miss? Or is that just when Dushan misses? Oh. So we're going to play that one, eh? I said, right when he put that, you've got to put that in the back of the net. Okay? That's one that's ugly for Coal Miners. Have to finish that. And that kills the game. Kills the game beyond any... Because like I said... Lorenzo puts one off the crossbar there. That makes things interesting, right? Whoever the hell gets in positions to bury like that, you got to put those ones in. Coal Miners should have put that one in. But no, he's not a must sell. And even to this, I said it today on the preview show. Forza Juve, you were there. I think that Vlahovic was a little hard done by the criticisms out of last game. Yes, there are shortcomings there in the build-up, etc., whatnot, but it's also up to the coach, the team, and everything to work around that if he's going to be in there. You know, like, you have to sort it out. It's all about balancing everything. You have different players, you have different strengths, different attributes, but you got to put it together. The group as a whole cannot suffer when you make these changes or when you have certain guys in there. When we get balls in there, dangerous ones in there, I think, Vlahovic can offer something. We got to get him running towards goal. But in the second half, I've said for a while now, he needs to come out of that pocket, okay? He's got to come out. And I know you're kidding there, Forza. I know, because we talked about Skanga would be there roasting Cope Miners, which he will. Look, you've got to come out of the pocket. You've got to get involved. Vlahovic's second half was better. Much, much better. Much, much better in the second half. That's what I need to see. You could sacrifice a little bit in the touch and everything, but you've got to battle and you've got to create a problem for those fullbacks, the center backs, etc. So let's go. Let's go. Second half was better. We'll take that and move forward. And then it's what? Jerry, take it easy. Take it easy here. All right. Colt Miners looked like a guy just off of injury. He'll get it going. Giratina, I have absolutely zero issues with Colt Miners. Okay. I have little issues with individuals. Really? Across the board. Outside of Danilo. Because I don't believe Danilo. I don't think there's a way that you can use Danilo from the outset of a match without it actually changing the way you have to play. Like, if you're looking to play him, you almost have to change your entire formation and setup. We haven't seen him start a game at right back. Maybe, but I'm not at the point where I even take that chance. Because Cambiasso, for me, is way better on the right side. And Savona he played a really good game today. So, Danilo's at the back of the bus, you guys. Outside of that, individually, I think it's okay. But again, it's how we shape the team and the ideas we're trying to implement on a game-to-game basis. Did not expect Udinese to come out and park. They did. I'll take it. And we pounced. We fought for those giveaways and we transitioned and we sent bodies forward. And we were trying to get deep and hit trailing runs, send in dangerous balls that are tough to deal with. Kefren Turam could have scored, 4 minutes into this game. It was good. It was positive. It was a complete shutdown after that, but I'll take that because you started the game on time, all right? A big one that we have been failing on. Savona, great showing in this one. Turam, I think, was great. Some questionable plays here and there, whatnot, but honestly, everybody's kind of been at fault for that. This was a good one. This is what you need to do in these games against this opposition. Parma should never have been as complicated as it was. I don't care. If you're trying to tell me that should have been as complicated because of no Colt Miners, because of no Bremer, absolutely not. It should not have been that complicated. We gotta be better. So we take this one, we move on to Lille, which will be a completely different game. What I didn't like about this game is how Udinese approached it, which I didn't expect out of them. Because Lille is going to be a complete contrast. And now we get the next set of questions that are brought forward, which is also a 2-game trend of teams that run us and us struggling. Can we play at the proper tempo to match a team that comes out and plays that way? Because Lille is going to play that way. That's going to be the next set of questions, all right? But I look forward to that match very much. Early thoughts on the Lille match. It's going to be night and day to this one. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult. And we got to be up for it. You put forth the best guys. If we're talking about conditioning and guys might not be conditioned for it, alter your training, but put your best players in. Stick with the 2-man pivot. Try to see how you can get your 10 a little more influence in the game. That has been a problem no matter who's played it. So try to do that. But Lille will be a very difficult matchup for Juventus. All the remaining Champions League games, everybody, will be difficult. Okay? We counterattacked with Thuram and kept a clean sheet. I really love his formation. How about you? If we're talking about Thuram and how he played, I was very excited at the Thuram signing. I still am excited. I think, so far, the overall body of work from Thuram, he's shown flashes here and there. There are definite things to clean up, but I expect that. This guy is still young. He is still young. So, yeah, he's still got cleanup to do, but when he's kind of feeling it, when he's kind of rolling it, goes. The thing with him right now is it's doing this on the meter. From like when you think he's feeling it to shock and errors. It's like boom, 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 boom. That needle's just hopping on the meter, okay? In terms of one thing I think he just needs to really focus on is defensive awareness. Where he needs to be positionally and the marking. That's the only area I think he really needs to clean up. I can deal with a bad touch here and there. I can deal with some frustrations in passing here and there. But the defensive awareness, especially if you're playing two-man pivot, has to be on point. I really do like a Thuram Locatelli midfield. I really like that. I really like it. What would be your preferred backline against Lille? You guys know where I'm going with it. I think it's our 1A option. It's Cambiasso, Gatti, Kalulu, and Cabal. That is my preferred backline for the match against Lille. I don't even think it's a question mark. Like I said, if you've got questions around conditioning, around certain individuals for that one, you alter your training. Okay? Alter your training. Especially if the rumors are true that we're kind of banking on a round 16 appearance in Champions League. Put your best guys in. Go at it. You'll approach the Derby della Mola, which is going to be a tricky game. It always is every season, both of them, no matter where the teams are in the standings. So from a game-to-game basis, you go based on form and the best guys available. In Serie A, the month of November, we shoot for 3 wins, 9 points. And it's almost a must. 7 points, bare minimum. Big month of November, everybody. Big month of November. I want to remind you all, please take a second. Drop a thumbs up, okay? Hit the like here, and let's go. We didn't get the third goal we needed for the giveaway, okay? We're going to give away a beautiful new home kit. It's got Champions League badging, okay? But I'm going to tell you. We've got a Keenan Yildiz third kit to give away. I'll say what? On the post-match podcast tomorrow morning, let's see how I wake up. We might still give this bad boy away, okay? So make sure you're with us. You're live. You're tuning in. You might get yourself a kit tomorrow, okay? You might get yourself a kit just for the fact that we kept a clean sheet and got the damn win, okay? We might just keep it at that. Has to ask, you wouldn't start Savona after this great game and goal? I still wouldn't. And the reason is when he wasn't tested defensively enough today to maintain that balance. So the reason I say this, and it's a great question because, yeah, you would say just go with Savona. He's great. There's a couple reasons why I don't. Number one is when he's tested defensively, I don't think you would see the offensive prowess that you got today from Savona. So it is about more balance thing. The other thing is I really don't see it from Cambiasso on the left side of the pitch. I really don't. So if you're playing Savona, Cambiasso kind of gets sacrificed if he's also going to be out on the pitch. Unless he's playing like in one of your midfielder roles or up top, which that's a pinch. That's in a pinch. Cambiasso's got to play because even when getting tested, he's got the wherewithal to maintain that balance there. So that's why I don't go with him in this. But the Derby della Mola is a different story, and he could find himself in that game maybe. But it's tough right now. It's tough right now. You don't want to go away from a guy when he puts in a shift like that. But again, what is the best for the group against Lille? In my opinion, it's Cabal, Kalulu, Gatti, Cambiaso. If you are down for starting Savona in that game, I can see it. I could see it. It's becoming a preference thing. Giratina coming in here. I was thinking this earlier. What was the mood around Juventus this season of the 8th place following Del Piero injury? Because Bremer injury could feel like that. Seismic type injury to the season. Oh, man. The Del Piero thing was devastating. And I mean, even the Bremer one was devastating. I feel like shit, everybody. Because I literally said on the preview show to that game, the only injury I'm terrified of was Bremer. And then it literally happened. So I feel like shit about it. But yeah, when your big guys go down, the feeling is, it's like, oh boy, these are the guys you're banking on. You want your best, But again, it is what, and yes, Matt, thank you for picking at the scab. It happened 4 minutes into that game after I said that. Thank you. We'll keep picking at the scab here. I just said I feel like shit. Come on, man. Yeah, there's, like I said, even in January, you don't replace Bremer. It's just about bodies and, again, finding what works for the collective. The 4-1-4-1 is sketchy. 4-1-4-1 is sketchy because it felt like we needed to go all out in attack. We lost any balance we had at the back. It was crazy. And Danilo, yes, he's a part of that. But again, find the balance where maybe you don't have to go so high with your defensive line, and maybe the 2-man pivot offers that. And this is going to change on a game-to-game basis based on what the opponents do. Today with Udinese, like I said, they were passive, and that shocked me. Nirak coming in here. Is it only me, or is Savona's acceleration extremely slow? I mean, if you're watching him on a wing next to Weah's acceleration is going to blow him right out of the water. But yeah, I mean, he's not the quickest in acceleration. But today he read the moments very well and made some good runs. Not always rewarded. I need to see us stretch the line a little bit more and really push those teams back. Take those and then get your press going. Okay, just in terms of getting that, rather than knock the ball around the back 70 times, and we talk about a useless possession, work some of those sequences, streak up the line, get that ball sent, and then push your bodies forward so that you could try to pin them. And then from there, generate your attack. There's a lot of things we can kind of do better. But yeah, Savona's acceleration, I got a blown ACL, and I'm still confident I can accelerate a little bit better. It's time for Danilo to learn Saudi, so we need a new defender. I want to know, who is your favorite to get? Out of all the names linked, I said this morning I'm opening up to Skriniar, but he's still not kind of my top choice. I'm going to be honest. None of the names have screamed out to me like, go and get it done. For me, if I got to pick out of everyone that's kind of being mentioned, it's Kiwior or probably Dragusin. Skriniar, I always thought was overrated. And he played in a 3-man back system. We are not doing that. Are we going to get another guy that's kind of washed? PSG players kind of sketch me out. I have my doubts there, but like I said, I'm opening up to it because right now we need bodies. We need bodies. At this point, we need 2, not just 1. Okay? But I can understand the appeal that people would have for Skriniar. But for me, I go Kiwior or I would go Dragusin. And like I said, I think we need 2. Best goal this season so far? Ooh. Do we have to go with probably Yildiz in that Champions League? That debut, that was one hell of a... That was about as perfect as you could place that. I probably have to go with that one for me. I'm a sucker for a nice goal from range. And Ala Del Piero, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go with that one. Gotta go with that one. I did appreciate Thuram absolutely skinning his man today, dummying him with that Meg. Oh, did appreciate that. But the yield is goal in Champions League for sure. For sure. You guys, wraps it up for the live. Again, stay tuned tomorrow. Post-match pod. Maybe we give one of these away. Good luck to you all. Drop a like. You guys, we got the 3 points, got the win we needed. We'll start focusing on Lille. Tomorrow, we will preview that matchup a little bit while highlighting everything in the aftermath today with the panel. Got Paolo, and I believe I got Trim with me tomorrow. As always, no matter what, fino alla fine, Forza Juventus. Today, took care of business. On to the next one in a big month of November for Juve. Ciao tutti, everybody. Take care.